Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. Today it's just me, but I am here with some recommendations of how to make your family game night a little more magical by adding Disney games. All these games are available for purchase on eBay. Thanks for the research, Mom. But the first one I want to talk to you about, I know for sure is still available in the parks, so if you are interested in getting it for yourself, I know this one is still available, and that is everyone's favorite, Clue. But in Disney terms, it is a Twilight Zone Tower of Terror version of Clue. I've never been on the Tower of Terror. I'm not a super thrill ride person, but Hope has, and she, I think, liked it. I don't know. I don't know that she wants to do it again, but she's done it before. I love this game because I love the theming. The pieces are so well done, they're so well put together. Like you can see, here's Mickey as the leading man. I don't know if you can see him. Here's Goofy as the bellhop. They've all got like personas in this story, like Daisy as the child actress and things like that. They're super cute. They're super well put together, and I really enjoy this game. It's a classic, everybody loves Clue, and everyone loves to solve a good mystery. One of the cast members has disappeared with one of the props, and you have to just figure out who disappeared and what prop went with them. So it's really fun. It's always a good time playing Clue with your family or friends. I feel like every Disney family should have this game in their game closet. This is a classic. You don't necessarily have to have this edition because I think this game is older than I am, but there are a lot of great editions out there, or there's a lot of great online versions, but that of course is Disney Trivia. This is the Wonderful World of Disney Trivia game. I love this box because there's so many different movies on it. They're all over the place. You can hear all the pieces rattling around. But it's really fun. This game in particular, this version, is really interesting because it's the clues are by category. And so there's movies, there's music, there's animation, personalities, which is like actors and such, and miscellaneous, which is things about the parks and different stuff like that. And I'm shedding pieces as I'm talking about this game. But the board looks like this. It flips out into a Mickey head, and so the goal is to get from the start to the end. It's pretty simple, but it's really fun. I've played it a few times with different friends, and it's a great time. Plus this version, the best thing about it is that you can play it with the whole family because there are adult cards that are pretty difficult, but there's also kids cards, which are really fun, and they've got pictures and then questions about the pictures on the cards. It's really easy. It's very fun. It's a good time had by all. So the next game I want to talk about is another classic. Much like Clue, I feel like it's one that everyone loves and everyone has played before. Obviously, if you haven't, I'm sorry. Huh? You get it? Okay. This is probably my favorite edition of Sorry I've ever played because it's the Disney edition, and we've played this probably hundreds of times. I like that each color in this version, each color is a different like category. So I think yellow is princesses, blue is heroes, so it's got Peter Pan and Hercules, I think. Peter Pan, Hercules, Tarzan, guys like that. And then green is animals, which is like Simba and Pooh Bear, and then red is villains. And it's really fun. You can play as whoever you want to play as. It's great. Obviously, it's a classic. Sorry is fantastic. Everybody loves it. And yeah, this is just a Disney version. I think they might have made a new edition. This is the old one because we're old. Yeah. So the next game I want to talk about is another classic. I'm pulling out all of the classics in Disney editions. This is one that I got this game from my uncle a long time ago. He got me the Game of Life, Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man's Chest edition. I wasn't huge into it at the time, but I liked the game. I wasn't really into pirates, but I was really into the Game of Life. In the normal Game of Life, you pick a profession, and this one is a little bit different because you pick a captain, and each captain is worth a certain amount of money. They get a certain amount of money each payday, like this is Jack Sparrow, for example. Yeah, so they've got all sorts of captains from the series. They've got Will Turner, they've got Elizabeth Swann, they've got Barbossa, everybody's in here, and then you pick a mascot, which is a bunch of different animals, which are super fun, and then ships, and just regular life cards, which have situations like you get marooned by your mutinous crew or things like that. It's quite fun. It's a nice different theming on the classic game. A good time is had by all when you play Pirates of the Caribbean Life. At least that's proven true in our family. We all really enjoy it. So you may have multiple age ranges in your family game night, and if you need to play something with your younger family members, your younger friends, then I have a couple of recommendations for you. The first is Mancala. This is called Mancala Super Stack. A Super Stack. A Super Stack. It's Disney Tsum Tsum edition. It's adorable. The pieces are so cute. Mancala is a really easy game. I've played it for a really long time. It's just a simple two-person game. There go all the beads in their baggie. How handy. Basically, it's just bead jumping into different cups in the board, and then when you get to the end, in this version, when you get a certain number of a certain color, you just stack them, a super stack, on the end of your board until you get super stacks of Tsum Tsum beads. They're super cute. They're all the different Tsum Tsums. I think it's Donald, Stitch, Mickey, Piglet, Chip or Dale. It's one of them. And Pluto and Tigger. So yeah, Pluto and Tigger. So yeah, it's really fun. They're very colorful. It's super simple to learn how to play, and it doesn't take too much for younger children to understand it and pick it up and have a great time. Next up is one, this is a game that I've seen several different versions of for several different fandoms. This one is the Disney edition, and this is actually the older version. We have both versions there. They made a second edition as well, but that is Disney Seen It. Seen It is so fun. I love Seen It, and none of the rest of my family likes playing it with me because I win a lot. Yeah, this is a super fun game. It's a good party game, just to break into teams. We've played it at several parties that we've had in that way of just, you make teams and then you work your way around the board. This does require a DVD player, so if you want to play it, you need to have a DVD player hooked up, because all of the clues are in DVD form. There's movie clips, there's song clips, there's dialogue clips, there's all sorts of things. It's really fun. If you know Disney really well, you have a really great time. So yeah, this is a good one. This is another great game for kids of all ages. This is an interesting one because you can lay it out on the floor and play it because it's a 6-foot board, but this is Disney I Found It. We have a couple of editions of this game. We have the Disney one, and then there's a historical one I think that we have. I like that one too, but this one is really magical because the board has different worlds from different Disney movies. Let me see if I can get it out and show you some. It's a hidden object game, so basically you get the pieces of the board. Here we go. Wow. So this is Belle's Village, Wonderland, Monstropolis, Agrabah, and the beginnings of Neverland and Ariel's Kingdom. So you can kind of see the different themings on the different parts. It's really fun. You get a card that tells you to look for a certain object, like swords. So you would look in the picture on the section that you're studying and try to find as many swords as you can in the picture, and whoever finds the most wins that round. And you work your way down the board till the finish line, which I think is Cinderella's castle at the end. This is really fun for all ages. Like I said, you lay it out on the floor and you're all down on your hands and knees and having a good time. We've played it with several age ranges, not just little kids, but it is really fun. If you have some younger people in your group that want to play just as much as you do. Oh, also this game has a Danville section from Phineas and Ferb, and it makes me very happy. So the next game, as Hope was mentioning when I was putting these together, this is definitely a crowd pleaser. We've had several friends who have come over to our house, and the first thing they want to do is play this game. And it's Disney Wheel of Fortune. If you know the TV show Wheel of Fortune, this is basically the same concept, except the wheel is a Mickey head. And basically, you take the cards that go into this board. It stands up and you can reveal the letters from behind. So then you put this in, and each one you reveal the words to get a certain phrase. Like this one is famous twosomes. Tarzan and Jane, I think is what that one is. And you just play like normal Wheel of Fortune. You spin the wheel, you see what you get, you see how much money you get for each letter. You can buy the vowels and have a good time. It's really fun. It's fun to guess the different things. There's so many categories. There's villains, there's twosomes, there's songs, there's movie titles. Everything, anything and everything Disney that you can think of is probably in this game somewhere. Okay, so the next game is just a classic that you can get any number of Disney-themed versions of. It's just a deck of cards. This is jumbo playing cards that are Olaf themed, so they I know that's a little ridiculous, but it's what it is. So each card has I'm Olaf on the back, and then Olaf and Sven are on the jack, and then Anna's on the queen, I think. Yeah, Anna's on the queen, and then there's different pictures in each picture for each suit. I really like these. They're jumbo, so if you have younger players, these are great. And the last game that I want to talk about is one that we have had forever. I don't even remember when we got this game, but this is the Magic Kingdom game. But this has been in our family for a long time. This is interesting because it's actually based on Disneyland's Magic Kingdom, which we've never been to, but we like to pretend it's our Magic Kingdom. This is really fun because you put out the board that has the park map basically on the board, and then you have pop-ups of the castle, the Haunted Mansion, the Pirates ship, the Space Mountain, Toontown. Love Toontown. And then the train station. The object of this game is to complete your day at Disneyland's Magic Kingdom and get out of the park first, to be the first one done. You get 5 attraction cards, 1 for each land. It's a lot of fun. There's opportunities to like meet characters. You get help from Fairy Godmother. It's a blast to play, and it's really fun if you are a Disney fan or if you're like us and you grew up in the parks. It's a nice blast of nostalgia. It's really fun, and I like playing it a lot. Alright, so that is it. There are my 10 recommendations to make your game night far more magical. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below for more Disney magic.
You grab my banana and split.
That was good. They're fun, everybody loves them, unless they don't know Disney. They don't love them very much. That's all. Struggles is real, guys. Struggles. This one is the question, I think, of whether Abby can keep all the pieces in the box. Oh, I dropped a piece. You would play the props. These metallic boxes are going to be the end of me.